Good morning, dear students. In my previous video, I have described two different types of half pyramid structure. One is constructed by using star and another is constructed by using number. So today in this video I am going to describe a different type of half pyramid structure which is totally constructed by alphabet. So in first row A, in second row B, in third row C, in fourth row D, and in fifth row E. So this is the structure, and today I want to describe this how you can build this type of structure by using C programming language. So let's start. So I have opened the IDE. So this is our goal, this should be our output, and now I am start writing the program. So first I have to include the required header file in this program. So has include stdio.h conio.h. So now I am initializing the main function, though our main is not returning any value, so the return type of the main is void here. So now I have to initialize the required variables. So for this program I am initializing two integer variable I and j. Those are the loop variable. We know that this type of structure, if we want to create, we have to use two different loop. One is outer loop and another one is inner loop. So I is a loop variable which controls the outer loop, where j is a loop variable which controls the inner loop. So I is controlling outer loop and j is controlling inner loop. Next I am declaring another two character variables also. So char input and alphabet, and initializing the value of alphabet by a, because our this structure is starting from a. So alphabet, this variable is initialized by value a because we want to start the structure by a, and input is a variable where user can input the end character. Suppose in this program or in this structure you can see that the last character is E. So user can input E to construct the structure. You can input different character for different output. Suppose you have entered D, so only these 4 row will be displayed. If you enter F, then another row will be displayed under E. So there you can see 5F. Okay. So clear screen is a function which is used to clear the console, and now I have to take the input from the user. So enter the upper case character you want to print in last row. Well, so though our screen size is small, I am ending here in last. Okay, so see this line, enter the uppercase character you want to print in last. You have to carefully input the character which must be in uppercase, because you can see the structure that all characters are in capital letter. Just note it down. I will describe the detail why I am telling you to enter the character in uppercase. Just note it down. I will explain in later. Okay. So you have to use scanf function to scan the character from the console which is entered by the user. So though the scan character is character, so we have to use %c and have to scan the variable address where we want to store the value. Here we have to scan the address of input by using ampersand sign, where your scanned value will be stored. So ampersand input. So now I can start the first outer loop for I equal to 1, I less than equal to input minus a plus 1. I can understand that line is, or that segment is difficult to understand for you, but just be patient. I can explain it in this video why I have written this. And I plus plus. So inner loop for j equal to 1, as per previous program, j less than equal to I j plus plus. So this is the inner loop, and in this program we want to print the alphabet. So printf %c, we are going to print some alphabets or character. So %c, and which we want to print the value of alphabet. Okay, so alphabet. So I am closing the inner loop here, and outside of the inner loop I am writing a line alphabet plus plus. I will also describe why I have written the line alphabet plus plus. Just keep patience. And a new line. You have used this new line in previous program also. Just a new line. So I have closed the outer loop here and get ch, and I am closing main here. So this is our program. So just I have completed the code. I am going to run the program, and after that I can explain those lines which I have told you to note it down. Okay, just control F9 to run. There are some error. What is that? Declaration syntax error, void, oh sorry, D is missing here, void main. So control F9. So see the output console, enter the uppercase character you want to print in last. So I am giving input in capital E, but be careful, don't give input in small letter. Why you have to input in capital letter, I am going to explain later, just note it down. So I have entered E and just press enter. You can see the output: A in first row, A in second row, B, B in third row, C, C, C in fourth row, D, 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 D in fifth row, E, 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 E. So one character is stacked on another, so I have to use a space which I have described in my previous program also. So here after %C you can give an blank space, and now again run the program E. So now it looks better. So first explanation is that here we have written I less than equal to input minus A plus 1. I know that this segment is difficult to understand for you. Just see, this is a program where we want to display a half pyramid structure which is constructed by character. So here we have used two character variables, input and alphabet, where here we have initialized the alphabet variable with the value A, capital A, okay, and input variable we don't have initialized the value of input variable here, and we have taken in the value for input variable from the user, which is collected from the console and which is entered by the user. Here you can see that this printf line can give instruction to the user to input the uppercase character you want to print in last, and that value you have collected from the console and stored in input variable. So I hope now this two line is clear, and it is clear to you also that we have used two character variable, one is input and another one is alphabet, where the value of alphabet we have initialized here and we have taken the value of input by user from here. Okay, so you can see that input means you have inputted the value or the character which you want to print in last, and in this example when I run the program I have entered E. So just replace the value by E. So E minus A, what is that? There is another, to describe this I have to show you another thing. Just I have opened a Google and write here ASCII table. So what is that? I have described it previously that each and every character have an ASCII value. See this, the ASCII value of character A is 65 in decimal, and ASCII value of E is 69 in decimal. So 65 for A and 69 for E, just remember those value, that 65 for A and 69 for E, just remember that value. Now forget it. Suppose I am rewriting the program. I have changed the uh, data type of input variable from character to integer input. Suppose we have I have given input capital E. The value of capital E is 69. Okay, and change the value input by 69. Sorry, input, because the value of input is 69, and comment those line. So now user don't have to supply any value from to the console, because we have fixed the program that the program output of the program will be this. Sorry. The output of the program will be this A, B, C, D, E. So I have comment those two lines and change the data type of input from character to integer, and initialize the value of input by 69, because we have seen that the ASCII value of capital E is 69. So 69 will be supplied here, and minus. So y a and y plus 1, we don't know, just erase this. So we have seen that the ASCII value of a is 65, right here 65. So input, the value of the input is now 69, and we are going to deduct the value 69 minus 65. So this is the condition. The value, the outer loop will execute until the value of I will be less than or equal to input minus 65. So input minus 65 is 69, and this is 65. So 65 1 60 for 65 1, 66 2, 66 3, 67 4, 65 8, and 69 6. So 6 times this outer loop will execute. Now just run the program. Just see, you can see A, B, C and D. E is missing. Now place here plus 1. So how many rows are there? 1 2 3 4 5, and now E is here. So you can now understand that what is the reason why we have to write plus 1 here. So 69 minus 65, that is 69 minus 65, that is 4, 5 6 7 8, sorry, 69 minus 65, that is 4, and plus 1. So 69 minus 65 plus 1. So 69 minus 65 plus 1, the output is 5, and you can see that there should be 5 rows, A, B, C, D and E. So if you erase 1, then 1 row will be missing, because 69 minus 65 is 4, and 4 plus 1, that is 5. So plus 1 increase another line in output. See this? Okay. Now you can, hopefully you can understand why we have used input in character, so this is the input which is collected from the user, and we have already initialized the value of alphabet by a. So actually in this section the value of input is e and this is a. E minus a, that means ultimately the ASCII value of e minus the ASCII value of a is performing. That means 69 minus 65, because input is e, which is 69, and the ASCII value of a is 65. So 69 minus 65, that is 4, and plus 1, that is 5. So ultimately you can say that the meaning of the line or meaning of the segment is 5. So I less than equal to 5, this is the meaning of the segment. So the value of I is initialized by 1 and it will continue until the value of I is less than or equal to 5. So I am restoring the segment I less than equal to input minus a plus 1. So the meaning of the segment is 5, because input means 69, a means 65. So 69 minus 65, that is 4, plus 1, 5. So hope you can understand the meaning of the line. And now we are printing the alphabet and space here. After that, when the inner loop is expiring, then alphabet is increasing by 1, alphabet plus plus. That means when control getting out from the inner loop, then the line will be encountered alphabet plus plus, means the ASCII value of the alphabet, which is initialized by a, that means 65, and that value will be incremented by 1. After that, the second time you can see that the alphabet value is already initialized, and second time after a, in first time a will be printed, and in second time the ASCII value of a is increased, so b is printing. And after that again ASCII value is increasing, so for the next time c is printing, again ASCII value is increasing, d is printing, ASCII value is increasing, and e is printing. So ASCII value of increasing means the value of alphabet is increasing. So you can comment this line also and try to execute the program. Suppose e, so you can see that no alphabet is alphabet value is not increasing, so all value is a, and you can initialize the value by b also, and you can check the program again. So if you write e or f, whatever, all b is printing. You can give input f, one row is increased but all value is b. Okay, so you can understand now that the value of alphabet is initialized by a, and this is printing here, and after that the value of alphabet, that means ASCII value of alphabet, is increasing by 1. Okay, so now supply f or g, so you can see the output, but if you supply input wrongly, suppose small e, then output will be mess. This is nothing. You can check the ASCII value. The pyramid is starting from a and it ends up to z, and then some special characters are there, then start from small alphabet, that means small a, then b, c, d, e. So output is true. You can see the ASCII table for explanation. See that it is starting from 65 a to z. A to Z, then some special characters are there, and after that small characters are started. Check the special characters from your output. You can see that after Z, those are the special character which you can find in your ASCII table. So your program is started from capital A and end in small e. So this is the output. So you can check the program by your own, and you can change the value or some variable or some line for experiment by your own. You can find some different types of shape by which you can learn something different. And so this is all for the video. I am going to end the video here. In my next video I will explain some another pyramid shape which is constructed by number, alphabet or star or different shape, whatever. So to know more, please stay tuned to our channel. You can subscribe our channel to get the notification, and if you like the video you can share also. Thank you.